Welcome back to 120 Minutes. I'm Matt Pinfield. I'm here with Daniel, Ben, and Chris from Silverchair. Welcome, guys. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
And it's been a while since I've run into you last. I was over in England, I think, the Reading Festival. Yeah, actually, last time I saw you was when you were finishing up the Chili Peppers tour on a snowy night out in Nassau. Now, since then, you've recorded your second album, Freak Show. And you worked with Nick Lorre on that, right? Is that how his name's pronounced? What's that?
Lorne.
Lorne, right. Now tell me a bit about working with Nick. I know he's worked with Killing Joke and Pill and Old Gang of Four. Were you fans of some of the music that he's done before, some of the records?
We're just, he'd done a radio edit for Tomorrow the first time we actually released it. So we knew him from there, and he had a lot of really good ideas, and we wanted to experiment a lot more on the second album, and he was like a mad scientist, so we thought, he'd have some ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that on this album as compared to Frog Stomp, whatever I'm saying. We know it's not, as long as it's not black pudding, right?
Yeah.
We're not black pudding fans, but we will say that you use violins on this one, timpani, drums, you experimented with some different instruments.
Yeah, we just, we wanted to have a bit of variety on the album. Like, that's why we've got like a punk song on there, we've got like really quieter songs, and there's like really heavy songs on there. Yeah, we also just wanted to experiment as well. Just try it, all different stuff.
And you definitely did. Some great tracks on there. We're going to check out your video right now, though, from Freak Show for the song called Freak. So here it is. It's Silverchair on 120 Minutes. The Foo Fighters with Monkey Wrench, directed very well by Dave Grohl. Really love that. I'm talking with Daniel, Ben, and Chris of Silverchair, and again, the new album is called Freak Show. By the way, Daniel, happy belated birthday.
Thanks very much.
18 about a week ago. And yeah, you're actually doing a tour now. We were doing part of a tour. Is it true with Radish and Johnny Lang as well? Was that just some shows, or is that?
No, at the moment we're touring with a band called Handsome and another band called Local H.
Right. Okay. Know both.
But I've heard of Radish somewhere.
Well, you know what? I was told that, so I'm confused. Because you know what it was? Somebody actually said that you were in a tour together, because Radish, they're about 15 or 16, and Johnny Lang's a 16-year-old guitar player. How do you feel about that when people make reference all the time to your age? Because, I mean, is that something that, does that bother you after a while? Do you find it as...
It's a bit irrelevant, but it doesn't really bother us that much.
It's kind of happened so much where you just shrug your shoulders and say, oh, well, it's just happening again.
Yeah, there it is.
It's nothing that important anymore. So.
I'll tell you, if nothing else, I think people should be psyched about it, because, hey, it gives a lot of other younger musicians, motivation to say, hey, we can do it. We don't have to be like a certain age to do this. And you guys play so well. You play so absolutely well live. And you do write great songs that age doesn't really have any issue in it at all.
Thanks a lot.
Now, that last video that we saw, Freak, was directed by Jerry Casale, is that how it's
Casale.
Casale. I pronounce his name wrong every time, And I had all those Devo records. But anyway, did you see some of the other stuff that he did and decide that you would like working with him? Was that it?
We didn't really see too much of what he'd done before, but we just knew from listening to Devo that he wasn't the straightest guy in the world. And we wanted something that had a bit of a twist to it. And we thought any member of Devo would be perfect.
Yeah, they're masters of some of the early videos and even some of the stuff they did now. We'll be back with Silverchair in just a minute, but until then, check out the top 10 singles in alternative music this week in America. Welcome back to 120 Minutes. Once again, I'm Matt Pinfield here with the members of Silverchair. Let's go back, give people a bit of history, and talk a bit about how you'd recorded Tomorrow originally, and we just came out of seeing a little bit of Tomorrow. The song was huge here in America, and of course in your home country of Australia. Now you won a radio contest over there, like a radio station contest. Isn't that how that happened originally?
Yeah, it was a TV show called Nomad, and we entered the demo, and it was Australia-wide, and we ended up winning that, and we got to re-record the song, which was Tomorrow, and we got to make a small budget film clip for it, and it actually got played on Triple J, which is a radio station in Australia, where we recorded the song in their studios, and it kind of just travelled on from there.
Right, and then you got the deal, and the first single came out, the EP of that, right?
Yeah.
Stone down there and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Stone, that ended up on a soundtrack not too long ago.
Yeah, it was on the Mallrats soundtrack.
Right, and you've been on the Cable Guy soundtrack. And you were on the Mother Ocean, the Surfrider Foundation record. You did Surfing Bird. You guys are all surfers as well, right?
Yeah, we did a tour in Australia with the Surfrider Foundation with Everclear.
And was that fun? How was it playing in your home country? Is it something you really enjoyed doing?
Yeah, it's cool. We pretty much enjoy playing wherever we play. It's like, I don't know, it doesn't really matter what city you're in.
Wherever you are, right? You have a good time as long as you're doing it. We still have lots more to talk about with Silverchair, but right now it's the latest from the Chemical Brothers. From Dig Your Own Hole, here's that song with a Schoolie D sample with It's No Good, and the band is still really big here in America. The album entered the charts at number 5. I'm Matt Pinfield, I'm here with Silverchair, and let's talk a bit about that incident in Bikini Magazine, you getting arrested driving around Daniel in Santa Monica. Was that Santa Monica Beach with the piers and everything, and the old?
It was a bit further down, wasn't it?
Yeah, further down.
It was on a private part of the beach, so I think that's why we got in a bit more trouble than you would have.
I know you've become really good friends from touring with the Chili's, and you were there with Navarro. What was the incident? How did it all come about? Why were you there in the first place?
It was just for an interview with Bikini Magazine. I think he writes for that particular mag, so we thought it'd be good to do it with him rather than a journalist that we don't know.
Dave's a great guy and an amazing guitar player,
Yeah.
so yeah. So, and then was it a pretty scary situation for you, or was it?
It was weird, eh? You're just sitting there and all these sirens are coming, and you're just thinking, that's not for us. And you hear this, get out of the car!
What was it? Get that camera out of my face or I'll haul your ass into jail.
Something like that.
It's something like that, right?
Yeah.
Great photos in there of all that craziness. Now, as far as touring America and now, of course, the Australia thing that you've done too, the Big Day Out Festival. Did you headline the last one that happened down there?
No, we didn't do the last one. We did one about 2 years ago. That was the only one we did. The rest of the time we just played our own shows.
Now, Frog Stomp was pretty new at that point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right at the beginning.
Yeah, and things had, I mean, you were becoming famous very fast at that point in your home country. Now, how did that affect everything else with you? I mean, how does with your family? I know your family had come over here and seen you on tour quite a bit, and with school too. How did things go there as far as school goes? Did you guys have to finish up or do like kind of a tutoring thing on the side, or?
It was at the beginning. It was kind of a little bit hard, juggling with the school stuff. But we had a fair bit of work to catch up when we got back and stuff like that. But now we've got a tutor with us, so it's not that bad. We just do a little bit of work every now and then. So
He just hangs out at the opera and stuff.
yeah,
like
he
that.
goes to what did he go see?
He went and instead of coming to our show,
Just ditched
last
it.
night he ditched us and went and saw Les Mis.
Les Mis or Candide, the new musical. And you should have been checking you guys out. Okay. All right, stick around because we'll have more with Silverchair after the break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to 120 Minutes. I'm Matt Pinfield, still here with Ben, Chris, and Daniel from Silverchair. We just saw a little of Israel's Son. Great song. I love that sonically, the beginning of that song and the way it moves. Now, when we first met, we were talking about bands that you love. We were talking about Pavement. And what would you consider musical influences? Because people always tend to think you said, they must like this. And then when I met you, your musical influences were all over the place, the things that you liked and listened to, which I thought was really cool.
We listen to a lot of different stuff, but our main influences from when we were about 12 years old, playing in Innocent Criminals. It was,
Such a
Black
rock
Sabbath
band.
and Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple and Hendrix and all that kind of stuff, just because that's what our dads listened to, really. Just come home from school and they'd be playing that, and after a while it just grows on you, and we really like that. We still listen to that kind of stuff a lot, as well as a lot of psychedelic funk, jazz fusion.
Yeah, the acid sort of stuff, yeah, acid jazz.
Yeah. Nowadays, so at that point, what would you say? All three of your fathers were kind of on the same line of listening to like some of the old school hard rock and metal stuff.
Yeah.
Like you come home and hear Paranoid and House of the
Exactly.
Holy and things like that. That's cool. I bet your family's really proud of you, actually.
Yeah,
You know?
they support us and all that sort of stuff.
Being big music fans themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your parents.
It was pretty funny. One day I came home from school or something, I can't remember where I was, and my old man was listening to Ministry. So, just a little story outside of my telly.
And he squashed a cockroach on the wall and
Yeah.
like made a grave for it on the wall with a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
He, wrote
chucked
he
that
said
in.
that Ministry
It's
did it to him.
Yeah. Which record was it in particular? It was like Land of Rape
the
and
one,
Honey.
the one with
Stigma.
New World Order.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ministry made him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that'll do it to you. That and Just One Fix on that album.
Yeah.
Those some serious things. But it's good to hear. Well, listen, I want to tell everybody, make sure you check out Silverchair's latest album, Freak Show, as well as the debut, Frog Stomp. I want to thank you guys for coming by. It was good to have you again.
Cool.
Thanks a lot.
you.
Forward to
Thanks.
seeing you guys
All
again
right.
soon. And right now we have a brand new video from the Atlanta by Los Angeles band Cool for August. Their first full-length album is called Grand World, and the first video from it is for a song called Don't Want to Be Here. Vocalist has like a cross between Freddie Mercury and Craig Worden from Shudder to Think. It's all over. It's very interesting. Check it out. New from Cool for August on 120 Minutes tonight. Thanks again, guys.